issue that is clearly divided activists working in the field of AIDS in Maharashtra. Well, joining me in the studio tonight, Jaya Nair, activist and an advocate for the petitioner. Thank you for coming to the studio. And Anand Grover from Lawyers Collective, a group which in fact has argued for the rights of HIV patients. But in this case, it's a group which is against this kind of testing. Mr. Grover, if I could begin by asking you, why are you opposed to it? In a sense, if you look at it, you're looking at saving the lives of so many people who are not HIV positive, who could be rescued from a situation where they're married to somebody who's hiding it or concealing it from them. So why are you opposing premarital testing?
Well, actually, first of all, let me tell you, this is the umpteenth time this idea has been mooted. It's not the first time in India or elsewhere in the world. And the fact of the matter is that this idea has not worked in practice. It's all very well for my learned friend to come up with this idea now.
Where has it not worked?
Well, it has not worked in United States, where it was tried. There were 3 states which ultimately had to give up this. It is not working in Johor, in Malaysia, which is a province. And ultimately, you have to understand what the test is all about. The test is a single antibody test. It will actually not give you the result. It's not a positive test always because there's a window period. Secondly, it gives rise to a lot of false positivity. Thirdly, it doesn't protect the woman. It doesn't empower the woman. She will not know really whether the husband is engaging in a risky activity. The real problem is to empower the women by giving this false sense of security that you will do a test. That is the state. You are actually disempowering women. It's all done in the name of women. But actually, it is not achieving the object that sought to be achieved. We are very happy that my friend is interested in AIDS and the rights of women. But unfortunately, she is using a strategy which has not worked at all.
But Mr. Grover, you're also looking at situations where people have got married. For instance, the woman in our story who got married to someone who knew he was HIV positive, who had been tested positive, but still she got into a situation, she did not exercise any choice. So you're looking at right to privacy, yes, but you're also looking at the right to life.
Absolutely. See, how would you actually empower that woman who did not know about it? That's a real issue. You've pointed the real issue. If you were to educate the girl child from the beginning so that she knows the good things and the bad things about sex, at the time when she's going to get married, she would be empowered to ask for a voluntary test. What is happening now is neither her family nor the state is interested in empowering them. So the state will say, yes, we will mandate a test. What will you have if you do that? Let's examine that. In the case of that woman, that man, if he's dishonest, will get a false certificate. That man will go to another state, and this has actually happened. This is not hypotheticals.
Yeah, I can
just 1 minute, please.
Sure.
Yeah, you do it later. This man would go to another state to get married.